Well, y'all know it's Thursday, so I thought, hey, let's piss off some white people. White people, we need to talk. I mean, genuinely, we need to talk. Because what sits at the base of all of the other problems in this country is racism. I know, you're not racist. I'm going to give you all the benefit of the doubt for a minute. Genuinely believe that y'all have been taught this. Y'all learned it in your homes, and then you taught it to your kids, and then so on and so on. And racism will stay a cancer in this country until this problem is dealt with. Now hold your hand when I say this, okay? This is the first one. There are three. Whiteness is made up. Here's the truth. White people didn't exist at all until rich colonizers needed a way to protect their power. For the 1600s, there was no such thing as white people. There were Italians, Germans, Irish, French, all different, all often fighting. But what happened was when Europeans started stealing native land and enslaving Africans, what happened is that the rich white people thought, oh shit, you know what? These poor Europeans might band together with the people being oppressed. So they invented whiteness. Whiteness is not a biological reality. It is a completely man-made construct. It was a promise from the rich colonizers to everybody else that you'd always be just a little bit above everybody else. I mean, you got land and you got to vote, privileges, while everybody else got nothing. And that fake racial line kept poor white people loyal to rich white people. And you see that still happens today. But biology, your skin color is 0.1%, 0.1% of your DNA. There is no white gene. You've been defending this paint shade like it's a bloodline. It's not. It's just a man-made construct. Okay, point two. Here's the next lie. And this one's going to be a doozy for you. Still holding your hand. That God made white people superior. Sorry to tell you, he did not. Don't worry, I have receipts. The reason that white people believe that is because of the twisting of two parts of the Bible. The curse of Cain and the curse of Ham. First, Cain and Abel in Genesis 4. The short version is that Cain kills his brother and God curses him to wander the world, but he puts a mark upon him. That's it. No mention of skin color, no curse on his kids. But white preachers, centuries later, decided that curse, that mark, was going to be dark skin. That lie turned into the idea that black and brown people were cursed by God. What? And then, of course, white people needed biblical reason to be able to enslave people, so they used the curse of Ham. That's in Genesis 9, and the short version is that Noah gets drunk, Ham sees Noah, that's his son, he sees his dad naked, Noah curses Ham's kids, saying that his descendants will serve others. And that's where you guys got slavery from. Still no race, still no skin color. But European slave traders said Africans were Ham's descendants. Boom, suddenly slavery was God's plan. You can see that when you put these two stories together, that these two stories became the backbone of supremacy, right? The curse of Cain for color and the curse of Ham for slavery. Bad theology, worse history, none of it based in reality. God didn't curse black or brown people. Racists did. And then they blamed God for it. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to drop the secret words, I learned something today. And like, repost, and follow for updates. And if you guys enjoy my content, you may want to go follow me over on YTube because, well, you know what's happening on TikTok. And lie number 3, this one's going to be like a punch right in the nuts. I'm still holding your hand. You are not God's chosen people. That's not true. This pretending that white Europeans are God's chosen people, it is a complete and total fabrication. And it didn't come from the Bible either. It came from the British Empire after colonization. You have to remember that by the 1800s, Britain was ruling like half the planet, claiming that it was their divine duty to civilize the rest of the world. And then, all of a sudden, in the 1840s, someone invented something called British Israelism. No, I'm not kidding. The claim is that the British, and then by extension, later Americans, white Americans, were the lost tribes of Israel, that God's promise to Israel to rule nations and inherit the land is really about them. No proof, no DNA, just ego in a Bible costume. And they used that to justify everything. Colonizing America, stealing native land, enslaving Africans. Because if they were God's chosen people, and conquest wasn't theft, it was destiny. And that's how the whole concept of manifest destiny took shape. And just for clarification, British Israelism is the thought that white people were cast out of Israel and they were part of the 10 tribes, the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Israelis, guys, would have been olive-skinned people that looked much more like me than white people. This became the holy cover story for the entire British Empire. God didn't give them land, they took it. They were never Israelites. They stole that story from genuine Israelites. Well, let's tell the truth, okay? Here, still holding your hands. Whiteness is made up. The Bible verses are twisted. Chosen people story, straight up stolen from Israel. And it was all created so that rich white men could hold power and convince the world that oppression was holy. It's not divine. It's a scam dressed up as destiny. Until we deal with these lies, which constantly create friction, that racism will be a cancer in this country. I hope at the very least, if you are a white person that watched this, who holds racist beliefs, I genuinely hope this caused you to at least question some of the things that you hold to be beliefs are potentially a lie.